Yes guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Miracle Maker Football Channel. The first week of Enzo Maresca's training has given players so much excitement. There are so many reports, so many tactical reports coming out from the training ground that will make you to be so confident about this upcoming season. The tactical instructions from Enzo Maresca is so clear for all the players to comprehend. The mood in the camp was so good, though before the Enzo Fernandez incident that we are still hoping that it gets resolved as soon as possible, because from what we are seeing, the players involved are not so happy. If you watched my last video, we listed the 10 players that unfollowed Enzo Fernandez. We are hoping that when Enzo gets back, the issue will be resolved and the atmosphere will go back to normal, because we cannot afford to bear another season of pain, season where players don't feel interested. We need unity, we need love, trust amongst each other. That is the only way the instructions, the tactical instructions of Enzo Maresca can be fruitful. If there is no unity in that squad, no matter the tactical instructions from Enzo Maresca, Chelsea definitely will struggle. Last season we experienced, let's say, will I call it a game of two halves, because the first half of last season was so poor. The first half of the season was so different from the second half of the season. But because of the poor first half of the season that we had, it affected our overall season. Because if you are joining Chelsea after the Christmas Eve, Chelsea will finish in the top 4. But because of how poor we were from August to December, it made Chelsea to narrowly miss out of the Champions League before Mauricio Pochettino resigned as the head coach. Chelsea struggled so much in the first half of the season. We drew so many games that we are supposed to win effortlessly. We lost some games that we are not supposed to lose. We lost to teams. We lost to Brentford, Burnley. We drew games. But the second half of the season was so positive. But there is one player that remained consistent both from the first half of the season and the second half of the season, and that player is Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer, ever since signing from Manchester City, he carried the form, and when he was introduced as a second half substitute, he produced an outstanding performance, and since then he has not looked awful. He has not looked back. He has been spectacular, scoring goals, scoring penalties, scoring wonderful goals, giving numerous assists, and ended up with over 40 goals contribution in what was his first season at Chelsea. Not just first season at Chelsea, first full season as a professional. Chelsea decided to reward the performances of Cole Palmer. They don't want his performances last season to go unnoticed. Now look at the report. According to Matt Law, Chelsea will reward Cole Palmer for his superb form and are confident that he will be at the club for the next 10 years. Rather than announce a new deal for Cole Palmer, they are more likely to privately adjust the salary in his current deal. You know, Chelsea signed Cole Palmer to let's say 8-year deal, 7 to 8 year deal. This coming season will be Cole Palmer's second season, so they don't want to come out publicly and maybe announce a new contract, maybe to extend it. Rather, they will adjust the payment, the salary in this existing contract that he signed, because he signed a long-term contract. No need increasing it or trying to change things in the contract except the salary, because Cole Palmer definitely deserves a pay rise. Nobody gave Cole Palmer a chance. Nobody expected him to have this kind of impact This was a season that we all depended on Nicholas Jackson because of the brilliance of Jackson in the preseason. We heavily depended on Christopher Nkunku because we believe that he is the one that will chip in with goals and be the chief creator in the team. But last season, Christopher Nkunku barely featured because of injury. And we all know what we saw from Nicholas Jackson. Despite scoring 15 non-penalty goals, he missed so many chances. Amanda Broja was nowhere to be found. When he came back from injury, he was a shadow of the little we saw from him. Raheem Sterling, that's supposed to be the most experienced player, was not consistent apart from the good game he had against Manchester City in the 4-4 draw. I can't remember any better performance. He has so many good games. I didn't say that all his performances were bad. Raheem Sterling had some good games and some bad games, but he wasn't consistent enough to carry this team. But Cole Palmer carried this team. The one game that Cole Palmer missed against Arsenal, Chelsea were humbled. Chelsea were humiliated. We conceded 5 goals. Arsenal thrashed Chelsea. Cole Palmer has filled in at number 10 as a false 9. He has played majorly at the right wing. No matter where you play Cole Palmer, he has been consistent. And Chelsea has decided to reward him with a new contract. It is a welcome development. This shows that Chelsea are serious about retaining whoever that proves that he is ready to be at the club. If you come into this team, no matter who you are, no matter the background you came from, if you show that you deserve to be here, Chelsea will do everything it takes to make you to be here. And Cole Palmer proved that he is not just a youngster that they bought from Manchester City, that he is a man ready to be the main man at Chelsea. And Chelsea are hoping that he is here to stay in the next 10 years when he will be, let's say, 32 years, still in his prime. He will still be a Chelsea player. We are not planning to sell him off to maybe the likes of Real Madrid or Barcelona. Cole Palmer is here to become a Chelsea legend. Congratulations to Cole Palmer, and we are hoping that this coming season will even be a better season. He will even supersede the influence, the level of performances we saw last season. He will be better. He can only get better, especially with the acquisition of the new signings and the return to form of Reece James, Christopher Nkunku. I believe Cole Palmer will only get better. Guys, if you are yet to subscribe to the channel, please do well to hit the like button on this video and subscribe. Turn on your notification bell. Stay cool and stay blessed. Blue always will be the color.